Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think you'll have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be
Along
as
the
bright
toddler
as
has
the
been missing
sun.
in Savannah.
And as you come around, and it feels so good, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Where is Cody?
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Welcome, come on in, you guys. We are just coming in here and we're going to talk a little bit something good today. You know, this is the week that we got to get ready for Thanksgiving, you guys. And I know you guys are cooking. So we're not going to talk about nothing terrible, horrible going into this Thanksgiving. We're going to be thankful for that we're still here. We got some family members that are still here. I'm talking about in the present. I'm talking about in the world. Not here on the live, but you know what I'm saying. And so if you got something, let's talk about it. Okay? To be thankful for. The year is coming to an end. And I want everybody to know the meaning of Thanksgiving. If you don't know, we're going to talk about it a little bit. This is an open panel. I am going to put the link in the chat if you guys want to come up and share what you think about it. Let me know. Just come right on in. And we'll talk. Let me see if I can get that. Oh, it's gonna take me straight to it. Pin the message. Thank you. So, first of all, the first conversation we're gonna do, we're not gonna talk about nothing negative. I know people's like, oh my God, Cody's not here. There's a lot of kids that's not here. We don't have Briasia here. So, those families are feeling some kind of way. We don't have Cash here anymore. We don't have Malia here. And so, therefore, you guys, we're going to talk about what we do have. You know, it's kind of like, say, for instance, people go, but I'm feeling some kind of way. How can I be happy when all this stuff is going on in the world? Think about it like this. If you didn't have no money in your pocket, or you had $1 in your pocket, okay, we're not going to talk about what you don't have, or what you lost, or what you had to go pay for, or why you don't have it. Let's talk about what you do have, what you can be thankful for. I like Thanksgiving for one reason and one reason only. And I'm going to tell you, it's not the food, but we're going to talk about food too. But it's because people supposedly, allegedly, supposed to stop and think and thank God for what they do have. Now, give and take, you know, on Thanksgiving, as the United States want to have it, that this is the day that they slaughtered a lot of Indians. And so, to some people, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving because of that. I usually don't celebrate it. My family wants to celebrate it this year, and they just want to come together and just give thanks. Thanks for whatever you have. See, I see Gail in the chat. She started it off. She's saying, I'm thankful for my granddaughter and I have a roof over my head. Thank you, Gail. See, Gail knows exactly what to do. Thank you, Gail, for sharing that with us. I'm happy that I have a roof over my head also. I'm happy that my kids are healthy. I'm thankful that, I have a job. I'm thankful every time when I see you guys come in here. I thank God that, especially my mods, and I say especially my mods because I when I don't see them and I know they're going through something, and not everybody need to know who going through what. But I thank God when I see them come in. I think that at least they're okay. That they came in. Not that it's a number. Just trust and believe. Numbers go up and down. It doesn't matter. You can get numbers all day long if you want. But I thank God for just everything, really. Lisa Calhoun. No, Tina Powers in here. And she says, I thank God for each and every day for all of you. Lisa Calhoun is in the building. She says, I'm thankful for good health and family. All right. We don't take enough time to think, because some of the things that we look at and we go and we be judgmental and we figure out what's going on. We don't never know what other people is going through. Nancy LaRose says, I'm thankful that my husband's Social Security is enough to take care of us. Thank God, girl. Thank God. I hear you. We got Come Holler at a Sister. Nice to see you in the building. She says, I give thanks that I am alive. My family is healthy. I have provisions from my Heavenly Father daily. Psalms 107:13. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we got Tina Powers in here. She says, I am thankful and grateful for my job and my grandkids and my daughter. What else could you be thankful for? You know what? And I know you guys don't think about this, but I'm going to share something with you. So, sometimes in our lives, things don't work the way that we want them to work. It just don't happen. And we just think the worst. We be like, oh my God, I didn't get the job I wanted. Or, oh, that guy, he don't love me like I want him to love me. And he's the one I want. And he's the one that I'm trying my best to make it work with. But it didn't work out, and I'm just so frustrated, and I don't know what to do. And I'm just, I'm going to just tell you, sometimes we get really petty. And I say petty, I use the right word. We get very, very petty. We do. And hold on for a minute because things, I can't see the chat. So, anywho's, when you finally get down to the root of everything in this world, everything happens for a reason. The good and the bad. And I can't remember the story. I wish I could remember this story. But there was a pastor that was telling a story about an ant or a caterpillar or something. And you know how ants and caterpillars and stuff, they're creepy crawlers and things. You don't want them on you. You just wish they just go away. They eat your vegetables up, or they get into your sugar and all this other stuff. But there's a reason for those things. Whether you believe it or not, they're there to replenish the earth, just like bees are. If we didn't have pollen and all that stuff, the bees wouldn't be able to make honey, and I mean, there's so many things that you need that bee for. Even though if it sting you, and especially if you're allergic to it, cause you problems. But if we didn't have him, then the good things, there's more blessings come out of them than the bad things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, you guys, I'm doing an essay on homelessness because we got this shelter that they're finna put on the northeast side of town. And a lot of people upset about it. Matter of fact, I was like, oh, thank God it's over there and not over here. Because I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, my property value is going to go down. And it is. There's going to be bicycles all over the place. And it is. And there's going to be people laid out on the curb. And they will be. But I'm doing this essay and I was all in agreement with all that. And I had to ask myself this question. And I'm just now starting my essay. And I've told you, I've changed my position on this essay. Like I said, I was in agreement. Because I wouldn't want this shelter being placed right next door to my home. No, sirree. No, no, no. I would be scared. I'd be horrified. I'd be trying to sell my property quickly. Did I say quickly? Yes. It's going to bring down the value tremendously. But I read something and then I got to thinking. I said, how selfish am I? Because here's the thing. 49 people died from homelessness just here in my own town last year. I'm not talking about 10 years, 5 years, all in a decade. Just last year. 49 people died because of the elements. A roof over their head. Oh, you like that picture? I liked it too. Too bad they cut off the top part. It would have showed you some other stuff, but nevertheless, it doesn't matter. I like I said, I was working on that, and it kind of interests me to say, wow, 49 people died. And one of the persons said, and I'm just only quoting what they said. They said they didn't know if it was this year or the ending of last year, but their friend went behind a Dollar General and just sat down and froze to death. And that's the last thing I seen before I come in on this live. And I said to myself, and I said, Crystal says, thank God. I thank God for being here and family in pretty good health. Food to eat, the roof over my head, SP family, and that's all blessed me. I thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. That's right. Hey, Jacqueline, how you doing? So, in a nutshell, you guys, I think we don't Sometimes we wonder how sometimes people get in their positions. We really don't. We don't. We don't think about it. I don't know why that even came out of my mouth. We don't think about that. And that's crazy because as long as we got a roof over our head and food in our cabinets and in our bellies and we got a job, we're good. And then I got to thinking, how dare you to think something like your property value when 49 people died because they didn't have a roof, the basic needs, shelter, food, water, clothes. You know, like we're spoiled. So it's always good to at least come back and tell the Lord thank you. And sometimes we get so complacent with what you gonna cook, what we gonna eat. Me and my son just got off the phone. Mama, we need a ham. I said, yeah. I said, well, I can just put it in the oven. No, I'm going to smoke it. Those are kids, my son is still young. My daughter too, they're young adults, but they're still young. But they're not going to think like we think. That usually, really, to be honest with you, just coming together and seeing them and smile is going to be something because I normally don't celebrate the holidays and my kids want to this year. And one of my kids is not even in town, so that's not going to be feeling good to me. And I'm wondering where she's going to do. I'm pretty sure she's going to have a holiday with her father, but still yet, tomorrow's her birthday. And she done either lost her phone or got her number changed for whatever reason. I don't know it. I usually keep pretty much close tabs on my kids. I tried to reach out to her about a couple of weeks ago. Now I got to call her daddy and say, what the heck going on with that girl? I need to hear from her because I'm getting very wary. And she's the baby. She won't ask for nothing. And she's a good girl. I'm proud of her. If she ever need anything, she can come to me. She most certainly can. But I pray to God for everybody in here. I really do. And somebody's in here saying, don't pray for me. I don't want you to pray for me. Don't put your mouth on me. Girl, whoever don't want good blessings, because that's all I want for you. You can like me, love me, hate me, disagree, whatever. I'm praying for everybody in here to be, happy. I'm not going to pray for you to be rich. Just get that out your mind. Because that probably ain't what you need. I want you to be healthy. I want everyone to see their family members. Some is going to see them and some is not. When the holidays come, a lot of families get into it. We'll hear about a lot of it. We will. I'm telling you. It never fails. Family come all together. Somebody gonna shoot somebody because the chicken wasn't all the way done, or somebody parked in somebody's parking place. It's crazy. She said, happy birthday, daughter. Her name is Salis. Y'all see her. She's right there at the beginning of the video. That's her. You didn't ever pay attention. You want to see her again? Let me see if I can find it. I'll just show you that part. When you see her, I'll show it. She comes right on. Let me see. I think this is the one. Let me see real quick. I'll show you her.
Do you want to know?
Did you see her? Did you guys see her? No, there she is. No, she not dancing. How could I have... Girl, if you don't stop. It's the black girl. Did you see her? Not the dancer. She dancing. No. She girl, if you do not stop. She's the black girl. She the one says, yeah. You want to see her again? Because you wasn't ready for it. Let me see. Not the dancer. Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you.
Okay, hold on. That's the wrong one.
Do you want to know?
It's right before the dancer. It's right she said, yeah, on the other video. It's right before the dancer. She's right before the dancer. I always put my kids in these videos. I don't know if you noticed that, you guys. I always put my kids. I put my grandkids in there too. If you really pay attention, they're pretty much in all of them. My grandkids and stuff. She said, oh, I see her. Yeah, that's her. That's my baby girl. And I know you guys seen my oldest daughter. She's been on TV multiple times, so I know you guys seen her. She been on The Worst Cook. But she's going to cook us something for Thanksgiving. Oh, Lord, I thank you for having the stomach to digest food. Anyway, yeah, we've got Miss Come Holla at a Sister. She's saying Thanksgiving to everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope to drop off. I have to drop off. All right, you take care. Did she say, do you want to know? Yeah. Yeah, she said, do you want to know? Do you want to know? I wasn't looking at the video. I remember the other video. Yeah. Anyway, you guys. So, if you could put in the chat what you guys are going to cook, please let me know. I'm trying to figure out. I know I'm cooking some greens and some hog mogs or I got a ham shank in there, and then I know my daughter's cooking. Well, my daughter said she was gonna cook mashed potatoes and sweet potato pie, but my son said, "Oh, we already got mashed potatoes. Tell her to bring the ham, and then she can cook sweet potato pie." So I'm gonna have to call her. I wasn't looking at the video. I remember the other video. Okay, you good. So, I mean, who's cooking spaghetti? Because I know somebody in here is cooking spaghetti for Thanksgiving. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Oh, Sonia said collard greens. Girl, I'm cooking mixed greens because I like a mixture of greens. The only green I don't like is the mustard green. I like turnip greens. So I mix my greens together and I put some other greens in there too. I just don't tell people my whole, my mom shared with me her recipe. Gail says, God takes good care of me. I thank him all my life. He was caring for me. She said some dressing. Yeah, you know what? And I know I like some really good dressing. And my son's girlfriend's going to cook some dressing. And I know it's going to be some stuffed top stuffing. It ain't going to be the real dressing. But, I'm not, it's okay. I know my husband's family's cooking too. But, I'm not going to go over there. I'm just not going to do that. She said everybody wants my greens and sweet potato. Girl, let me tell you, one year, you guys, nobody was going to come over to my house to eat. So I made a couple of sweet potato pies, and then I made me some greens. I made a big old pot of greens too. I just took my time. I didn't think nobody was going to come over, and what else did I make? I made me some mashed potatoes and what else did I make? I think I made me some I had some chicken. I bought the chicken. I didn't cook the chicken. But I bought the chicken and I made me some dressing. But I didn't take my time with the dressing, but I poured my little gravy into the not the gravy, but my whatever you want to call it, your juices off my chicken into my dressing, and then I baked my dressing. Okay? And so nobody didn't come over to my house and everything. My kids was like, I'm going over here, I'm going over there, I'm going here, here. Everybody was going everywhere but me. Anywho's, I I laid down and so my son came in and yeah, Lisa said stock. That's what it's called, the stock. And I was laying down, and my son came in. And he was like, "Oh, mama, this is good." And he got to eating and everything. And one of his friends came by because they was getting ready to head home, and because they had came by earlier, and I was like, "You want to eat?" And they was like, "No, we got to go eat with mama." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't say nothing. I went and laid down or something. My son came home and he was like, "Well, mama, something. I guess a fire got caught at his grandpa's house." And she said, "Ooh wee, my corn on the cob is everyone's number one favorite." Oh yes, I know. Maybe I need to make some of that because my husband don't eat it, but I do. But anyway, my son got to eating, and his friend said, "Can I get some of them greens?" So I said, "Yeah, come, you can get some of them greens." He got some of the greens, and he was like, he was just in there. He was just in the kitchen just to smack him. And then he left. And then he came back, knocked on the door, and I opened up the door, and he was like, "Miss P." And I said, "Yes." He said, "Can I have some more of them greens?" And I said, "Yeah, go in the kitchen, help yourself." He went in the kitchen, had him a big bowl. He sat down. I mean, he didn't even sit down. He stood up, and he was just sitting there. I mean, not sitting there, but he was at the kitchen, and he was eating his greens, and they was hot. I like to put a little hot stuff in some habaneros in there, and a little bit of peppers in there and stuff. Cause I season my stuff with some ghost. I season my stuff good. You're not gonna just get, some stuff that you could have bought from the store. I season my stuff very well. Anyway, he was like, his eyes was watering, but it's so good that you want to eat more, and you want to eat more, and you want to eat more. She said, "I just wanted some turnip greens just because I just finished them and they are delicious." All right, Lisa Calhoun. So them Calhouns know how to cook, I'm telling you. So anyway, he left, and then his cousin come down to the house, knocking on the door at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, "Who is at the door?" And she came in and she was like, "Miss SP, I heard you cooked." And I said, "I did." She said, "I heard them greens was good." She said, "Can I get a plate?" Don't tell nobody. Now, these people got family members that cooked. So they got food. She said, "My favorite is deviled eggs." Yeah. Can tell I love holidays, feeding family, friends, college children who live far and tell their family about it. Oh my goodness. She ate and took a plate with her. I heard about them greens. I'm telling you, there's not too many people that have eaten my greens that never come back and say, mm. So we had the food truck out and running last year. Not this year, but last year. And greens was on the menu because we were selling more southern Louisiana style food, fish and all of that stuff. And this guy shows up and he's like, "Oh, I just want the sides. I don't want fish and chicken and all that." And I was like, "Okay." And I mean, I can't remember what all was on the menu. You guys was around when I did it. But he just wanted the sides to go. He can cook his own meats or whatever or something. So I was like, "Okay." So he was like, "Well, can I at least just taste your macaroni or taste your little sides or something? I'm a cook." I said, "Oh, okay." So I gave him a little bitty bowl, maybe a 2, 3, 4 ounce little bowl. Nothing big. He wasn't going to get full on it. It's just so he can taste it. She said, "Can you send me?" "I will send you a plate." And so he left and he came back. And he was talking to my husband. Now remember, my husband's family cooks. They cook all the time. And they are good cooks, let me tell you. They are very well good cooks. But sometimes they don't cook good. You know, when you call yourself a cook, which I don't, but sometimes your cooking don't meet up to the standard. It's like you hit and miss. You gotta cook it. You gotta cook good all the time. For you to be a good cook. She said, "I love me some cheesy grits and shrimp." Girl, don't even go there. What you know about cheesy grits and shrimp? Man, I should talk to you when I get ready to make this menu. But anyway, this guy, he was talking to my husband and he said, "Man, them greens was good." He said, "What meat she put in that?" And my husband was like, "I don't know." And my husband was like, "I don't know." He's like, "Go ask her." And I was like, I really don't even know what I did. Because I was making them for my taste. And then he was like, "Oh, you just don't want to tell me." No, I really couldn't tell you. That's how we cook. We got a recipe, but then, sometimes you got to throw the kitchen sink in it. That's the way it be. Yeah, he was thrilled. He was like, them greens was good. Yeah, I'm known for my greens. I'm known for my sweet potato pies too. And my mashed potatoes are good. And I tell my son all the time, like, he's got a little girlfriend or whatever she is, and she be cooking. But I say, hey, if you gonna cook, but don't be bringing us no instant potatoes now, because we can go in here. I think that's a waste that you go to the store and get a box of instant potatoes and throw some water in there or throw your milk in there and say you cooked. Now just boil the potatoes and mash them now and put your butter and your milk and your cream on in there or whatever. That's all it is. Put your salt and pepper in there. And if you really want to do it right, don't put black pepper. They got white pepper. It tastes the same as black pepper, but it's white, and you won't see all those speckles. Okay? That's for somebody in the chat that did not know that. They didn't know that don't be putting no black pepper in your mashed potatoes. But you need pepper, so go get you some white pepper. Okay? So I know that there's usually Kay be in here, and Kay was talking to my brother one time, and she was like, I forgot what they were cooking or whatever. She said, yes, white pepper. Exactly. Come on. Y'all got to be cooking. So she said the sink, especially if you left an ingredient at the store and it's Thanksgiving, yeah, you know how to do some stuff, make some differences or whatever. So you just encourage me because I do like corn on the cob. So I think that I will have some of that. So what else is some of you guys are cooking? I know Woke the God is going to cook something. She's going to put something on. So it's going to be just everybody's making the traditional thing. Turkey, ham, deviled eggs, greens, corn on the cob, green bean casserole, greens. Thank you. Did not know. See there? I knew somebody in the building needed to know that. You don't want your potatoes to look dirty, so you put white pepper in there instead of black pepper. Tastes the same, but you don't see the black specks. And then you put your little salt in there. You got to season your stuff up, girl. You got to season it up. She said, I didn't know. Pecan pie? All right. Pecan pie. I'm with you on that. Pecan pie. I'm with you on that. Hey, Tina. I've never known how to make pecan pie because I don't eat pecan pie. I don't know, but that is good. Banana split pie. Banana split. Now, we are going to have some banana pudding. We're going to have some banana pudding, so that's going to be good. Banana split pie, never had it before. The turkey or the ham. Do you want to know? Yes, want to know. Yes, you gotta know. You gotta know what to put when you're cooking for family. You don't want to get talked about. Banana pudding, yep. Okay, so what about, some people they cook spaghetti on Thanksgiving. Spaghetti is a popular dish. You can have, you know, um, and it was really weird, but I was happy it happened when my brother passed away. Somebody bought a big old pot of spaghetti. And I thought, spaghetti? Yeah, you eat spaghetti with everything. We're going to have some fried chicken. Have some fried chicken, and my son's gonna do all the grilling. He's gonna be smoking the ham. He was like, "Don't cook the ham, just bring the ham. I'm gonna smoke the ham." I was like, "Oh my god!" So he gonna come over here early in the morning. I gotta work. I don't get off work until 6 o'clock. He gonna start early cooking. I'm just cooking some turkey, sweet potatoes, and dressing. Don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I will either cook on Wednesday or Friday. What do you mean Friday? Better cook Wednesday, girl. Thursday is Thanksgiving. Thursday, Thanksgiving, you can't cook afterward. Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is good. Valerie Montgomery says barbecue spaghetti is good Friday. Wow, okay. We got some barbecue spaghetti. I never had barbecue. What do? Just put barbecue sauce on your spaghetti? I don't know. She said barbecue spaghetti is good on Friday. Yeah. I want green bean casserole with Frenchies, onion. You know, I've never cooked a green bean casserole before. Never, ever. That everybody always consider green bean casserole on Thanksgiving. I don't know how to cook a green bean casserole. I see it. It should be easy. Soldier Girl said, I never tasted barbecue spaghetti. I never have either. I don't know what she talking about when she said some barbecue spaghetti. I was like, what? I don't know. I don't know. That sounds kind of different to me. But somebody can do it. Somebody can do it. So, I want everybody to be encouraged this week. Don't think about the things you don't have. Please don't. Don't think about the things you don't have. Just be thankful for the things that you do have. Regardless how things are going, regardless of what you have and what you don't have, be thankful because there's somebody in a worse situation than you that don't have nowhere near than you. Just think, like, and my girl's not in here, but she'll tell you, sometimes she'll be on the phone with me when I'm at work. And so she hears some things sometimes. And so she heard one time this lady, I was walking down the hall, and this lady stopped me and she was like, hey, could you tell me where I can get the things I need? And I said, what do you need? And this woman been there since I've been there. I don't know how long she's been there, but she's been there for years. And so she's like, but I need things. And I was like, you live here. She said, what do you mean I live here? And so this is one of her days that she do not know where she at. I said, well, do you know who you are? And she was like, yeah. And she said her name. And I said, well, you've been living here for a long time. You have everything. You have your chair there, and there's your TV, and we give you your food. And she says, but where do I get these? I need to let my family know I need these things. I said, your family knows exactly where you are. You're here, and we provide these things. And she just broke down and started crying. She was like, oh, and I really needed to go somewhere and do something. And she was like, you just don't care. And I said, well, no, I do care, but you're asking me the same thing that you asked me yesterday. And she was like, oh, I just got a bad memory. And, oh, cabbage. I'm making cabbage. Oh, my goodness, girl, you said some stuff. See, that's what I'm talking about. Come on in here and tell me about that cabbage. She said, I'm making cabbage potatoes. I don't know nothing about. See, Tina, you done said I don't know nothing about no cabbage potatoes. Cabbage potatoes. She said, and sausage chicken and baked spaghetti, and the daughter is doing yams. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tina, I'm coming over to eat. I'm tearing my clothes off. She Sandra said cabbage, yuck. I love cabbage. I got cabbage in my refrigerator right now. I think I will. Just go get me another, head of cabbage and put that on the menu. She said, I tried that last year and that is delicious. The banana split pie. Oh my goodness, to die for. All right. All right. Did I miss something? So Valerie says, it's a few things in it. My daughter makes it. Wow. She said, I tried to eat cabbage. Girl, somebody must have didn't cook it right. Because you missing it. Cabbage is like, girl, you eat cabbage with everything. You eat cabbage with sausage. You eat cabbage with chicken. You eat cabbage with ribs. You eat cabbage by itself. Gail says a pineapple cake with cherries. A pineapple upside down cake? Oh my. Don't get me started, Gail. She said butterball. She talking about that turkey. Tina Powers, it is delicious. Y'all, Tina Powers, I tell you what, she said, okay, Soldier Girl said, baked mac and cheese, green beans, a butterfly turkey, breast, mashed potatoes and dressing, baked sweet potato. Y'all, okay, so I gotta make the yams, okay, because my kids do not know how to. I thought we were gonna do one time. I was gonna show y'all how to make candy yam. She said Dallas Cowboys and the Commanders play on Thanksgiving Day. Shut up, boy! Oh boy, I'm going to enjoy my day off, girl. Talk about it, okay? Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Tell me, because I would love to see the Dallas Cowboys play that day. I would love it. Anyway, you guys, you see what I'm saying? Uh, Tina's gonna have to send me a plate. She said dessert chocolate cake. I almost said chicken, because it looks like she got an A in there. She probably do got an A in there instead of a chocolate cake. Chocolate cake and apple pie. I don't cook no specialties. I don't cook. That's good though. I mean, that is really good. For real. I've tried so many good cooks, cabbage, and it's me. No, I don't eat cabbage with nothing. Girl, shut the front door. You ain't ate no good cooking unless you get some cabbage in the belly. It's good. It's good for you. You get cabbage. Let me tell you. See, so y'all giving me some really good ideas, and I thank y'all. Appreciate it. I knew I was gonna come on here and somebody was gonna give me some good idea. So because ain't nobody said nothing about some cabbage, and cabbage is good. Cabbage is good, and then the yams. The candy yams. The girl don't cook candy yams because she don't eat candy yams. So I'm gonna make some yams, some yams. She said, "Stop makes me hungry." Girl, guess what? And I know everybody gonna be like, oh, I'm going on a diet. Well, go on the diet after Thanksgiving. Go on the diet after Thanksgiving. She said, I'm going for Dallas. Oh, yes, for sure. Dallas is coming in the building. But I'm going to enjoy that too. Crystal says, I'm going to family. I only have to make peach cobbler and sweet potato pie. Oh, you know how to make sweet potato pie? You go, girl. She says she know how to make sweet potato pie. But I'm making dressing, Cornish hen, collard greens, fries, corn, macaroni and cheese, just to have for the rest of the week. Girl, because they going to talk about you if you try to take all their food with you, knowing that you need to eat the rest of the week. You done spent $100 or more. You going to have to eat the rest of the week, right? Okay. Dallas played Sunday too and won. And you know they did. Tina talking about it now. Dallas put a spanking on the Panthers. We love them Dallas girls, them cowgirls. But Kansas City is playing sometime soon too. Anyway, you guys, see, I know how to buy my desserts from Kroger's. Okay, Soldier Girl, and I might buy something too, just so it'll look good. Just so that people can have a different. I might put a little apple pie in there or something. I'm not gonna make an apple pie. I'll put an apple pie in there. But I think I am going to cook the greens and the cabbage and the yams. I'm going to tell my daughter to bring the ham and the soda. That's what she needs to bring. She can bring she don't need to make the mashed potatoes. She needs to make sweet potatoes, pie, and then bring the ham. But she here's the thing. She bring the ham, she ain't going to come over till it's time to eat. So she may not want to bring the ham. So I might she don't know how to make candy yams. Nancy is not as messy. Nancy say, me as well. Lisa said, boo. What you mean, boo? What you mean, boo? Lisa Calhoun. Boo. What do you mean, boo? Anyway, you guys. I do. She said, shut the front door. Unless you want your meal ruined. I used to sit at the table for hours and trick my brothers to get up, and he had a full plate. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely gonna make sure I'm gonna have something to eat on all week long. She booing store-bought. She booing store-bought. Girl, I don't, look, I gotta work. I do not have, now, can I make an apple pie? I know how to make apple pie now. It ain't nothing to make an apple pie. But the thing about it is I don't have time. I can only make what I can make, and then I'm going to have to buy some stuff. So, yeah, I love baking. Trust and believe, I love baking. No, baking, B-A-K, baking, not bacon, B-A-C, baking. She said, no, I'm not. Yeah, it's all good. Come and eat with us. We are going to have plenty. I would love to. I'll spend that $1,000 to come and get one plate of your food. $1,000. Me and my husband, we're coming to eat. Be like the door. Tina be scared. She said, I knew you were booing the Cowboys. Girl, you better leave them Cowboys alone. You got too many Dallas fans up in here. And then who are you going for? Minnesota Ravens or something? Or who are you going for? We love Kansas City and we love the Dallas Cowboys. You can't take that away. It's either Kansas City that's in the always, going to the Super Bowl. Dallas ain't been in a while, but Kansas City been there for a minute now. Let me tell you something. We've been there. She said, I'm a Dallas fan. All right. I want ham and pineapples and brown sugar and cherry. Well, you're talking about that upside down pineapple, upside down cake. Mama used to make that all the time. Mama said. She said, Washington Commanders. Oh, you talking about them Indians? Girl. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Even the Indians down there do not want to be affiliated with you guys, okay? Yeah, we won last year, and you know this. And then nobody want to talk about it all year. Nobody want to talk about it all year. They just didn't. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. If you didn't put in the chat what you want, give thanks that you're here. You got your mind. You know who you are. Your kids are healthy. The ones are still here. You got to remember, you guys, even though that there's some people that's not here, They would want you to do the best you can do. Trust me. I don't even know who they are, but that's what they would want. I know my mom would want me to do the best I could do. And this is not even coming in the new year. We're just talking about Thanksgiving. So don't get in fights and stuff with your family. Don't come in here crying, y'all. She said, after the live, can I call you? Yes, you can. I was waiting on you to call me. Somebody called me and told me that you said you was going to call me today. You was going to call me after the next day after the live. That was Friday, and you didn't. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Lisa, if you don't call me, I will call you. You guys be good. And remember, Wednesday, we're not going to come on, so we might come on tomorrow just to chit-chat a little bit. We're going to stay positive this week. We're going to do we're not going to come on live Wednesday. If we do, it'll be way early in the morning just to chitter-chatter. And if something pops off, you guys will know. All right? Be good. Be safe. And be nice to each other. Bye.
Bye.